Hello. Good evening, good evening, good evening. The church I'm was for Mumbra and I in Siadia. And you may be Siadia YouTube. Midwife Johnson TV, Midwife Johnson page here, Midwife Johnson channel here on YouTube. Come one, come two, come three, come all. Na yinsia adie all right. Mama nyema ho me kakra kra ra mentwen. Share the link on Facebook. Gonna share to my Instagram. All right. Good evening. Welcome, to this segment. We are taking you through, or we are taking ourselves through. Auntie Hattie, thank you. Good evening. Mama ya mobo ya hosa na ya share live no na. Unwe be here search information. There are some people here on YouTube. Probably they are not on TikTok. They are not on Facebook, so they are not seeing some of these important and educative information. So they are finding things difficult. They resort to all manner of concoctions, herbs, other things. Auntie Getty, welcome. Good evening to you all. So, Sankrofoni, how are they going to cope with, situations like that? Obi owa onim the answer on ye about the menses. Enti so or number be no say ye ton aduro bi I say it means sound menses. It mean ma utu kosua, it mean ma utu me wo, it mean ma ibi ay kama. Then they will go there to buy them without knowing what is the constituent, or what are the constituents of such medications or herbs. Enti many people who you just don't need any form of medication whatsoever. But the here probably some counseling, some do's and don'ts, some petty things that you have to put in place. I bit me up wow. I'm at the here so and yet the beer a draw. Sometimes you need some medications to support. Others, or sometimes too, you don't need anything. Until the here say, Nema na ya church na wo about medications. And Nema ya church more who say, and ye bibia na ese me no medru. Empo se me here adru a, probably I would have to go to the doctor to see what is wrong with me. And sana say o pam adru a na manom adru. And that is why many bebree about menstruation issues about your health, especially oba. Adeɛ baako a ehia me nua ba mpɛ sɛ ɔte ase bi nso ne sɛ ɔbɛ bia yɛ vulnerable when it comes to infections and other things, reproductive related complications. Nti bo say aduro bi a wokonom ye na akoka wa wode na no. I know a lady like 2 months ago, ɔse ne menses ma and obi ma na aduro say on fan hye na se. Okay? Na wode na no e proy e ye to say I don't know how to even describe it. I don't know whether she's going to get her uterus back or she's going to get her cervix back as it is. So it has given me that edge, that energy to let you understand, say, sometimes you don't need any medication to try to, as it were, solve certain situations. But if you are here, Dr. Panchre, Dr. Nchre, what would you say, ya? Oba then wow, if you are not winter. And I say, and then I assume about IVF near day, who tubes, say a CCR, say IVF now by and also you said you say what would you know come. Then IVF can be successful. So what would you know or how or what a bed then so basically or generally, I want you to appreciate the fact that you need to take very good care of your reproductive system. So today we are coming to learn some of the signs of what? Ovulation. The last time we were able to know what what menstruation is, and of course the normal menstrual cycle and the normal menstrual flow. We also discussed certain things about menstruation. A lot of things were learned the other time. So from here. So what you need to know about your menses. Sorry, we'll talk later. Why? Sorry. All right. Now, then, and I'm say me ovulate. Example, before you even know that you are ovulating, first thing to look out for, dear friend, or menstrual cycle. Now, having known your menstrual cycle, look out for the signs of ovulation. Every lady, every woman, every sister here and beyond should know her system very well. And yes, I will you. It's so bad, the menstruate here. 2 weeks time, no answer to go see. You have to get it. So yes, 2 weeks time. Now I took a new year. What they wait me the so she doesn't know the menses, no, and as we name the cycle, no, and as a time I always expect ovulation. She's not able to pay attention to the signs of ovulation. No one say, oh, Namia Domina Senin Senba, hallelujah. Senin Senema, need to bear 1 year, 2 years, then then she's worried. Sometimes, most of the times, I don't know how bia. It's just nothing. How. But because of the fact, say, once you don't pay attention to your system and how your body reacts to ovulation and them things, no, most are not quite to say you are having a challenge with your menses. There's nothing wrong with you. So what I'm saying is that, good evening, dearies. What I'm saying is that this evening we are going to go through some of the signs of ovulation, and again, we try to tell you when you should be expecting your ovulation. Good evening to you all who just joined. Fantastic evening to you. All right. So, first of all, these are the signs of ovulation. What can I see? One, you will see changes in the what? Cervical secretion. So, there is changes in the cervical secretions or mucus. So, we say, wasin suyono, imuaye 10 times. What don't that can? I say, oh, stretch cry, difficult to stretch. I say, mkurumano. 10 times, okay? That is a sign, a positive sign of ovulation. And you realize that it is very light, okay? And I am out. Hey, Obama, yo. Nice one. Okay, well, my baby. Then another thing is, so you see that sticky, stretchy, slimy, light, stretchy, whatever way I best or describing it, discharge into a soon be very light, and you can sense it, you can feel it. and it helps the penetration of what? The sperm. So when you have sex around that period, you realize that you see that the sperms are able to what? Penetrate easily, and you are going. So that is one positive sign of ovulation. Another sign is that the egg releases. The egg releases. Kusuani yiba. Kusuani yi, because it is the ovary that helps to release the egg. Kusuano aebano. Eye ovary ni the beboa. Kusuano shesa follicle bimu. So ovary no eboa na eyi kusuana ba. So no. Kusuana eyi free follicles ni mu no. Eyi na eba on the surface of your ovary, and then it moves into the fallopian tubes. There are fallopian tubes where they say kusuano eyi. Oh, that there are 3 signs be or signs this one. Share both as share sign number. No one me also. Why? So one time YouTube. So I can say obre. Nice one. So those of us who knows how to share, please let's share the live. Let's share the live, okay? Those of us who knows how to share, please try and share the live. All right. So another thing now, and they say you feel that sharp pain at your lower abdomen. So it's either the left side of your lower abdomen or the right side, depending on where the egg will be released from. And don't expect that pain from only one side all the time. So at a particular month or period, you can see that sharp pain, you can feel it on the right side of your ovary or the left side of your ovary. So that is how it is. I know you two, the second sign. Sometimes you feel like as a why she be as a one shot fine. So that is also a sign of ovulation. I said all of a sudden why she. So the temperature of the body at rest, basal body temperature. So it increases slightly, slight increase. Okay, we won't say what you are not being put into any activity or work. You are just relaxed, sitting idle. No, you are just sitting down doing basically nothing, but you realize that there is what feeling of hotness or something. I said, so that is also a sign. So when you see some of these things, it should tell you. That is why I keep telling you that know your average cycle and know when you are expecting your ovulation. So around that time, getting to that period, when you see some of these changes, it is telling you that indeed you are probably ovulating or you're about to ovulate. So these are some of the signs that you could attest to. Another one that is also very, very important is the libido level. A lot of ladies feel the urge to have sex around this period. And they say, oh, your papa now ovulating, now one thing, we dream say when you sex, you obey ya. Meaning you have a problem or who? All the time, you are not feeling for sex because nature has made it such that you feel for sex around that period, so the man can meet you, and then there is fertilization because the egg is released. At the end here, mostly when the egg is released, the egg needs what? Sperms to fertilize, and that is why you have high libido. And so also the whole coming who when it gets to ovulation, then you feel the urge to have sex. And you want to have an affair with your partner. And you run for sex. So that is how nature has made it. In an attempt to what? Getting sperms to fertilize the egg. And yes, kusiano one feeling for sex, no one can sex. Kusiano the house na 24 hours, 48 hours time. No. So that is why the egg is there. So if you don't want to get pregnant, when you feel the edge, too much edge, even if you don't know your cycle and you don't want pregnant, you don't want to get pregnant. So who say now I say all of a sudden, mostly it's the period of what? Ovulation. So if you don't want to get pregnant, you stay away from sex. And if you want to get pregnant, now any time I will expect ovulation, but this time you are feeling the urge to have sex, please go and have sex. Provided your partner is around, go and have sex. Me say, one of the cardinal signs of ovulation is increased or high libido. But sometimes no period I always expect ovulation. Maybe just item ever. Be an earlier than that or later. Nti am fan say be a ovulate here. But bare 4 or 5 days after ovulation, you feel the edge. Then please, if your partner is around, meet him. Talk to him and have an affair with him, because I bet me about say time now we expect ovulation, you did not ovulate. That is why sometimes people try to say, oh, me ovulation time, me sex so many so it is because you have only stick to ovulation period. And so I bet me about say sometimes you are not ovulating at the time you are expecting to ovulate. Ebasana time now feeling for sex maybe 4 or 5 days after your ovulation, maybe 1 or 2 kusiano. So you try to make sure you have sex intermittently. What do you frafra, and it is going to go a long way to help you. So that is very, very important point to note. And to say earlier than that, period but you are feeling the urge to have sex. Don't say, oh, but me the ovulation I can bear 5 days time, and I can 1 week and send me ovulation. Now edge way and me feeling some sex. Oh, go and meet your man, provided he's around. Even if you have fought with him this time round, go and make peace with him and then do the do. One thing that is worrying a lot of couples, I say, obi ho e bedru period a be ovulate no na one ni kuna ko ante these are welcome obi ho time bedru say we ovulate no na one ne partner ko. Now when you fight your partner e be dey na matimi ahiem entu bo say or the egos egos, everybody has that ego self then she doesn't want to comply, she doesn't want to succumb, she doesn't want to endure. Into what the side now ovulation we are not boom. Selfishness. You don't want to get pregnant. You want to conceive, and ovulation period no one when continue, you don't want to get closer. Especially a man a woman so. You are a lady, so you have to, you know your system. You know at this time you are ovulating. You want to get pregnant, but also so you are moving away from him. If he is not coming, you are not going. Then the pregnancy will take a very long time to come. Many be or no already pressure was system dada. So if you don't get close to him, cry on 1 day, be our ma. Mako and all pay a bar who put in much effort. I just I don't know how if you don't go or better. Now na didn't hear one so it becomes a very difficult thing to comply or to endure. Let's take note of that. So even though you are expecting your ovulation at a particular period, it could come before, it will come after. Sometimes that's why sometimes you are expecting your menses around a particular period. It could come before that period, or it could come a week after the time now we're expecting. And so it means that the same way, once in a while, ovulation can occur before the time you are expecting it, or it can occur after the time that you are probably expecting the ovulation. So it is very important. And also a sign. So increased libido or there at every point in time. Try to meet your man if he happens to be around. Then another thing that I also want to talk about is that the cervix opens slightly and very soft. The cervix is soft and opens up. It will say, "Why would you not say when something come? Why would you not? Why would you not yet den that much?" I say, "Remember, come on." Now I say a beer crab. So the cervix opens slightly. The cervix opens slightly, and then it is very soft around this period. So look out for some of these signs. Look out for some of these signs. It is very, very important. That is going to help you. But so more refu bebre, more refu. If you shall say more wrong, and found some question was say, midwife send me ovulate. Me who say, my audience no be against my family some question inside or and for be any so. I'm only telling you, say around that period, if you happen to see something like that, as my audience I am repair, as my audience is, then probably you are also ovulating. I'm trying to say all these things so that when you see them, it confirms what you probably know already. What you say. Until you win him that na ahye no den ahye no kena say oh say signs of ovulation no na wo dey na to me yemre around this time, so then I know, so let me do the necessary thing. Another cardinal sign, sometimes, not all the time, during ovulation you can see some spots of blood. I mean, you can spot bones moja kakra, you see some bloody discharge, not that much, kakra, you see it in your pants, in your pants, so it's not that much. So that is also a sign of ovulation. Here, some of our sisters mistakenly attribute that to another menses. Was ye midwife? My menses no about 2 weeks per penny, and 11 days per penny. A sans of baby midwife, mentiasia. But when I buy an midwife, I may ye. Midwife, I may ye cry. A bucket and kitten to me who say I'm a menses society, and I said, be a hammy. It is ovulation. Midwife, my menses no me who say, hey, lady, Gigi, another also my madam. Gigi, where them say you are? Gigi, lady Mensa. Nice one. So, what's the midwife? My menses number, up baby 2 weeks more, and my menses number. But when they may a bank and get my sister, and your menses so. It is what? Ovulation. Until I say, we are bad. Don't attribute every bleeding, all the time, no. In fact, nice one, class captain. All of you, Charlie, Namin Shramo, for being here. God bless us all. In fact, bleeding be a menses. Into Obano one yam. Na say, who say, or Hona who Mujakra was miniums me menstruative for home. And your menses are go to the hospital and find out what is causing that. Obano or Hona say, the menses and the Sambam crowd was still having menses in the bow, and so a may. And yet the Biana yet menses into Yamoja, who say for singina and the menstruation. Get it? Oh, I say, Matia, and I say, crowd, I won't come and one come to Quaniabaku. Ubi, I'm a crank, I won't come so by discussion. Nice one, welcome, my mammy. Episode 4, and Yamoja Bia, who say free was say babia and a menstruation. There be a biwa, and your menses so, and ye be before fro, including ovulation, and ye can once a week. Sadora, thank you. So, what the bleeding be a crochet, say a menses are, you can miss ovulation. Obi bet me and yam, obet me a humoja crank. Obi bet me a ovulate, obet me a humoja crank. Obi bet me a menstruate, obe humoja crank. It's in your menses nina. And I said, sorry, Yamoja and free was bending nina and a menses there be. So when you realize that there has been a change in your menses, first of all, you need to test for pregnancy. After testing for pregnancy and you realize that it is continuously happening, so you have to report it. Now, how can I know this? The way to know this is to be able to know how your menses behaves, how your menstrual cycle is. One shasadi winso, obebia sawada, wada, imposa wada. Na yebebo. Akosia, sorry. Akosia, menses na na say na eba it say you should be able to describe it. The flow, how is it like? The period, I mean the cycle, how is it like? What the flow ni ba? Is it severe, moderate flow, moderate flow, or mild flow? What the net saying? How did you start your menses? How many days now flow? Eba flow need to say, do you have some clots? Do you have some tissues in the flow, in the blood or whatever? Do you have severe cramping such that if at a point in time you are not feeling it, you know how to carry yourself along and how to be able to differentiate this from the others? Every woman listening to me now, my sister, I am telling you, so once you are still menstruating, please try to know your system very well. Try to know your standard, how your menstrual cycle is, how it behaves. And when you are seeing something different, one, test for pregnancy. Two, if you are not pregnant, go to the hospital and then get it. I have been watching your videos since I got pregnant, and I took your lectures carefully. And thank God I delivered safely last Wednesday. Thanks a lot. Rahel, Tika, Yabua. All right, congrats, Sister Rahel. Congrats. All right, so let's continue to share the live. Let's talk about Midwife Johnson's page on YouTube here to others to also follow the discussion. I have shared the video on the Facebook platform, so I expect a lot of people to also join the discussion here. So congrats, sister, congrats. So the American BM say, so when you system we are say a emoja no say the eba na yanketenkete a ebetimi aye a sign of ovulation. So faka ho say ovulate you can see some drops of blood. Enye bebre. And this our menses no, there's vast different. And say eba moja no ba bebre say the o menstruating bim there be. But we say moja no eba kakra eye ko. So that is also a sign of ovulation. So there is also bloating. As a moi du kakra, as a unufu ya hye obi de nsa ka unufu no kra na efemfem na as a eye as a ye as a any your ukunu kra na sa partner de ne tetrema ne tank ebe fa unufu na no kra de na hey asamna ka say umu ho that time ho ya ode dada ala tu wa so de ne wayi unufu ya mana so de ne hey oda ha wani say black no say white ni nyina na beko say black ni nyina na beko and they say wow awesome. So you realize that the breast is very sensitive to touch around this period. And they say ovulating na say science ya ebobo so nyina hu bi dia you need to be taken through series of counseling. Ebi o ha na ye what na won don't pay attention to. So we need to coach you. And again, stress can affect some of these things. So if you are thinking so much, then you will need to go through some of the you need to go through series of counseling to what? To take care of that. It is very, very important. So unya of ovulate a menu aba science ya yebobo so nyina no se wo anhu ni nyina mpo a utumi hu emu bi na etumi confirm say indeed we obi a utumi eden utumi ovulate. At the same time, another thing that you have to take note of and say won't mean for one per enkasa me ovulate. Apart from this science no hot here. Sometimes you realize that hormonal changes betimi amasa anema we be so na bia won ovulate. So ade ba kon betimi aye no say when you menstruate, check the nature of the flow. And also betimi abo mo so ovulate and say because so menses na ba bia na very light all the time. Probably it is missing. Your egg is missing. Check your menstrual flow very well. And so about menstruation, mostly who said there are tissues in there. It comes with what? Tissues, not severe clots. That's what I'm saying. But I'm talking about tissues being mixed with the blood. It's not eba. And no, it may confirm. Say indeed, ovulate. So these are the signs that you should be looking out for. Sometimes you can get slight headache. And also to me, a bit midwife, can you please turn your phone into landscape mode to get rid of the black edges? Oh, okay. Sir. Now, black landscape. Landscape we had here. No. Gigi, o pessoal osreme. Gigi pessoal osreme. Yeah, damn. Landscape. And I'm going to see. Na be say ade no amini we free haram de kire yeah na just all free UK ba ha ne orientation is locked rotate back Hey, today. Julia China. Liji Mati, ye, Bradige, Yamine. Gigi, actually, near a why, actually. Now we go for free house and open over and conform as Miss Anne. Yeah, aqua, we born before computer. Hey, now, most of them, Julie. Okay, moment to us, why, moment to us, Mamma's remy, monster me, Sremo, why? Gigi, ne Pemisa, Gigi. Okay, so now we've been able to identify some of the signs of ovulation. Yeah, of course, if you have any question, you can also bring it so that we miss them. BBC, what? Okay, so now let's look at how to landscape in one. Some say, what can you say? I know landscape no. Now, how will I be able to calculate my ovulation apart from the signs, which is very important? One, me say the makano YouTube de baha yen chebebre ye yen kakra. Yes, I don't want to spend so much time. I'm gym time ni nyina. Enti say ya 30 minutes. In the next 10 minutes no. If we have any question, we take them and then we call it a day. Sa na be yen kakra na ye atum, na ye atum. E bedu ba bi no na ye dos no. Ye duane no dos no na ye binin so dos na fi ye atum kakra. So, to be able to calculate your ovulation aside the love with you. Aside your friend is saying the ovulation signs, you should be able to know your your menstrual cycle. Say every woman has a menstrual cycle. And the men can say you have just not paid attention to it. And if you want to prevent pregnancy, you can, or get pregnant. So if you want to prevent pregnancy, or if you want to get pregnant, it is the menstrual cycle that is going to guide you. It is going to serve as a guide. It is going to help you to make pregnancy easier. Into your baby or cycle, or baby or normal menses who flow near there. Mostly you have normal menstrual cycle. You have a menstrual cycle. I mean, kind of it's possible, and it's sometimes bound to happen. Once in a while, your menses delays for like a month or two, whilst there's still nothing wrong with you. But your menses could be absent for one reason or the other. As soon as you say how you are fine, there's nothing wrong with you, but the menses is just not coming. So that is one. And you should be able to know your menstrual cycle off head. On the average, will be there about 28 days. The following month, a bit about 30 days. The following month, a bit about 25 days. But when you strike out the average, you realize that you have what? A particular days within which mostly you menstruate. So every woman has a menstrual cycle, unless those who have who have gotten into their menopausal stage. Menopause. When you get to menopause, there's a drastic drop in estrogens. Okay, shrinking of the ovaries. So the ovaries are not producing much estrogens and progesterone. So you have less hormones taking care of you. So you have these hot flashes and blah blah blah, night sweats, and that is signs of menopause. And so during menopause, these things don't happen. So you don't menstruate. Mostly during menopause, your menses absent. So I'm saying that these things happen during menstruation. To menstruating quadia, it's a menstrual cycle. Now, having known your menstrual cycle no so you say, so menses never and there. The number of days a baby, ama adie bechiama another menses aban. So you count from the day of your menses to a day before another menses. That is your menstrual cycle. Me menses ba ene. And the sounds of babyum 20th, a babyum 9th of April, and a 10th of March. The menses ne babyum 9th of April. And the menstrual cycle, me kind every 10th of March, which is day 1. I could draw where 8th of April. because the 9th of April is starting another menses. So that is how we calculate our menstrual cycle. Until you say kakra, you get the average, and then you are able to use it to calculate your ovulation. Now, ovulation in a say, most of the time it happens 2 weeks to your menses. It is what who say my menstrual cycle no 28 days there. 2 weeks. I bet 2 weeks I'm at 28 days a dry saying. So you just take 2 weeks, which is 14 days from your cycle. So if you have 28 day cycle, then mostly or definitely you are going to have ovulation day of what 14. Sister Julie, thank you. So that you. It will menstrual cycle near 32 days. We only take 14 from the 32. You get like 18, and that will tell you that you have a longer cycle. So you are expecting your ovulation around day 18 of your menses. So that is how we calculate ovulation. Ovulation, I'm saying that it is mostly 2 weeks to your menses. 2 weeks prior to menses. What I say? Until you name be a craft, you say, oh, say me cycle not ya. And I said, I got 2 weeks. My menses not drew her. And I sat time one number 2 cosio. And none of your friends say ovulation, no, and ovulation period. Until you know a dana, Uber 2 cosiana. You say like 3 days to start time, no, but much as here. Higher sex if you want to get pregnant. If you don't want to get pregnant, 3-4 days to time of ovulation, no, many sex. Like 3 days to ovulation, no, would they stay away from sex? The ovulation day, no, so if you don't want to get pregnant, stay away from sex. And then probably 2 days after the ovulation, no, and stay away. So we are talking about 6-7 days on the average. But ovulation is very strong, very active within a day or two to the menses. Then the ovulation day itself, and then a day after ovulation. That is where ovulation is the egg is very active. So a day after ovulation, you can still get pregnant. So let's take note of these things. It is going to go a long way to help us. About boy and papa, am I prevent pregnancy or ya get it pregnant? If you want to get pregnant, know your menstrual cycle very, very, very well. It's very, very important. About boy, you know, yeah, I say a bedroom baby no, who won't say, oh, pesa, benyam, and you'll be an opesa. Okay, and you'll be an opesa. There are some people who do not want to get pregnant at all. Yes, there are some people like that. They don't want to get pregnant. You will not be a while, or mum pesa benyam. You will be so while, you know, man do they want to get pregnant. So if you want to get pregnant, study it and apply it. Take it. Men kasa ya na ba. And yes, natural says here, ya na ba. Minuanum, Debbie. It does not always go like that. You will be no more, or ya na ba. You will be so what they are still trying. They're still on the process, trying. Now, I can't say. Want to mean drew ovulation now only who couldn't contoka. And when it doesn't work, ovulation nature maybe I find out on a cock boom. Also, Pesawanium. None of them may contoka. Once so, wash science here, yes, swing. And I said, you'll be calculated near my yakase, a becker 2 weeks among menses a drew her, sat time not to go into what who says that time is any man, and then I'm home, and I'm home. You want to get pregnant. Now, so still was a 1 year a only in your sex. Then I mean about how can you get pregnant? So what I say. So I'm saying that if you want to get pregnant, a whole lot of work. We have to avoid stress. Stress is a dangerous person if he is a human being or if she is a human being. Very dangerous. Stay away from stress. Anything that could trigger stress, no, try to reduce it. Near maybe I will feel say, bet me I could fast out how na brewa bema I've been dreaming about me about but who more than say obeti son kakranka. And do to meet son kakranka, I'm telling you it is going to go a long way to help you. Yeah, when you maybe also it may affect menstruation. And the ebema menses number before time. And I say emma menses name bakra. Condition bit say infection. If you have chronic STI infection, to say pelvic inflammatory disease, a bit me delay with menses. E be na insua kota or ovaries no. Their friend say ovarian cyst. E be a severe ones no. It can affect your menses. So you have ovarian cyst. And there's issues with your ovaries. So you are not laying matured eggs. It can affect your ovulation. sorry, your menses as well as ovulation. So it can affect you. In the bit of menses, a bit delay, and everybody man may. So infections, PID, pelvic inflammatory disease, is one of the factors a bit may affect your menses. Another factor that can affect menses is pregnancy. When a woman is pregnant, she does not menstruate. Listen to this, very important. I've said it a couple of times. When a woman is pregnant, she does not menstruate. However, she can see blood. It is not your menses. It is the blood is coming from somewhere, which we need to look out for. So what is actually causing that blood coming? Is it threatened abortion? The pregnancy wants to be aborted? Is it implantational bleeding? Is it missed abortion? Is it blighted ovum? Is it ectopic pregnancy? Is it placenta previa? Is it placenta abruptio? Is it what? Molar pregnancy? What? Is it as a result of cervical polyps? Whatever. So you can see blood, but that is not your menses. So pregnancy can also affect menses. So when a woman is pregnant, she does not menstruate. She can only see blood, but I don't know menses. Affect pregnancy. Breastfeeding can also affect your menses because of the presence of prolactin. Prolactin will be brain, it may show and so you don't want menstruate earlier or early. Menstruating when you are breastfeeding. So breastfeeding can also affect one's menses. Another thing that can affect your menses is stress, just like I said. When you are thinking about a whole lot of things, especially those who want to get pregnant, they are thinking about a lot of things. All the time she's thinking, she's not eating, she's not going out, everything she does is about pregnancy. So when you do that, it affects your psyche, it affects your hormones. And so you are not getting enough hormones to balance your system for effective release of your egg, finally for menstruation or probably getting pregnant. So stress is also a killer. And then excessive exercise. Some people, they exercise so much that it becomes so excessive. So if you excessive so much, if you're a woman, you don't need to exercise so much. No. So moderate exercise, no strenuous exercise. You know what I'm talking about. Some people go and be lifting heavy objects. They want to keep fit, blah, blah, blah. So much, too much excessive exercise can also affect your menses, can delay your menses. And of course, obesity or why you bloated, why you obese, why you overweight. She is becoming bigger and fatter. So why I can say, my sister, it can affect your hormones, hence your menses could also be affected. Environmental changes meti baby baako metu akotena baby foforo ebetimi affect me menses no. Enema bebree PCOS, polycystic ovarian syndrome, which is a hormonal disorder whereby the woman has a lot of male hormones in her system than the female hormones. So if it is not managed with PCOS, if it is not managed, you could have issues with your PCOS a whole year menstruated. The whole year she probably might not menstruate. There are a lot of factors that can affect our menses, okay? So environmental factors and what have you, a lot. And then certain drugs, certain medications. That's why it's not advisable to be taking medications anyhow. All these things must be checked to ensure, say, your menses flows well. If for a reason, for like 2, 3 months, 4 months, you are not seeing your menses, please don't go and be buying any medication elsewhere. Go straight to the hospital and have a doctor to examine you. It is very important. So, and the ovulation signs. How to know our ovulation. Things that can affect our menses. We'll come back next week and continue still on menstruation. We are not done yet with menstruation. A lot of things has to be said. But me pese ye kakra said ye be ya ye betu ye boas na ya ti ase yi na enye he wo yasun ye tententen a ye be we na wa ante hwe na wo rura fini nyina. So I want to get time to continuously be repeating some of these things. E be boa yen na amayet me get pregnant or probably prevent pregnant. I mean why no shray why? Okay, so somebody is asking, me cry, I don't know what the landscape. Okay, Makayano. Thank you for Julie said, please, do you have any idea about IVF? If yes, can you educate us on your next video? Thank you. All right. So yes, I will do a short video about IVF, but we discussed it today. TikTok, but we will have a live session about it. But make a short video on IVF and post it here on YouTube and share it on your friend is saying Facebook and all the social media handles. So expect it very soon. I will post a video about IVF. Yes, we discussed it. We discussed it very well this afternoon. TikTok, and I'm sure a lot of people enjoyed the discussion. Those who were able to join the discussion really enjoyed the session. So yes, my sister, I'll do that. We'll have a short video. Is it still on TikTok? No. When you do live on TikTok, it doesn't, it doesn't save. So you don't get the live videos on TikTok. Hey, Auntie Getty, more moment bro. Come bebe. Is a mama me bro no cry ra. No, you person me bro ibi. All right. So my sisters, if you have any question, you can bring it here. And those who still want to join the Midwife Johnson page, I think I have put the number here. If you want to join the page for pregnancy, like you are pregnant and you want to join the page or the class, it's a WhatsApp platform that we learn. You can join. Or if you want to get pregnant and you want to learn about some of these things, you can also join and learn. It doesn't save, Ampa. It doesn't save. And I'm a bro from there. It doesn't save, no. Oh, I know. All right. So, observer, do you have any question? If you don't have any question, then I think we've done 47 minutes, almost an hour. That's very good. We've learned a lot. I always make sure we get the message clear and we move forward. Thank you, all of you here. May the good Lord bless you for what you keep doing to support Midwife Johnson here on TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, and then wherever. Akuya yakoda. They say na YouTube de mfrana. YouTube yentime mfrana. Ya simni. Akuya YouTube yemfre anande woni why is that me here? Yankoda. You very human. Me sure say there's a way out me free YouTube live. Wow, and I'm boy. And I also me bodam. Okay. What is it about the light menstruation? I don't get it. Light menstruation like how? So if your menses keeps coming very light, I said that mostly on a normal day, the menses should not always be very light. Okay? It should have some tissues. The tissues is what? The eggs. Oh, okay. You said something about the light. So I said your menses should not always be like blood, very light, without tissues. There should be tissues in the menses. That's why sometimes when you are menstruating, you see some things in the blood. Okay? Yes, some tissues are mixed with the blood. It is your endometrial lining and the egg that was released. A camboma na ma wo menses ni mo ayedu. Nti ukosu ya na oto ye no ene wa wodie no ho na e prepare ye na enya pregnancy bi an hold no. Ene camboma na ba as men. So it is always not the best to have that watery flow of menses. As a moja na nkwa na e basa very light. Mostly it's either you are not ovulating or there is something happening, or probably you are anemic or something. Anemia can also affect your menses. Yes. So if you are somebody sorry, if you are somebody who keeps getting that light, I'm not saying if you have light menstruation there is something wrong, but you have to test to ensure that probably you are still ovulating. What I say, esa niema kakra de dem kakra tissues no niema na de dem na da menses nimu. What I say, enye de bia na say light sa. If you are having that, you have to check up, go to the lab or the hospital, check 1 or 2 things to ensure that everything is fine with you. All right, ebusuafo, Madam Asepa, thank you. If you want to join my page, the WhatsApp page, so you can pick this number and join. So you send a WhatsApp message and we add you. You pay something and then we add you. So the number is 0593 504 513 0593 504 513. If you want us to have a chat, we can move on with that. To what time do you come live? YouTube, I mostly come at 7, but I used to post a notification on Facebook because that is where I have a lot of audience, on Facebook and then on TikTok, that I will come live on YouTube. I will be doing that from time to time. So anytime you see on Facebook that I'm doing a live session on YouTube, then you join. I'll also be coming on Facebook probably tomorrow or Sunday for a live session, questions and answers. Mostly that's what I've been doing on Facebook now, and then I will join the YouTube and TikTok with educative topics. All right, come again on your WhatsApp number. Okay, so the number is 0593 504 513 0593 504 513. Okay, please, is there any sexual position that can lead to pregnancy? No. Any position at all you can assume. Position be a when will be a doggy, airport, Ghana flag, wheelbarrow, spooning, all fall down, missionary. And okay, thank you. See you next week, same time, 7 p.m. Then we move on from here. So, Damasipa, for your time and everything. All right, so till we meet again, it's peace, shalom, good night, including airport. Hey, I go say Jessica, go and do the airport this evening. Why? Say how she Nice one. Me cheche awoni akontawai. Fall down. Ni nyina ka ho. Ekwe the lab. I am musa the lab. Ekwe the lab. Wonim styles ni nyina obey you all fall down. Woni. Say so jiji nso a. Ana wo ma ne tua. All right, that was for for your time. I think we've learned a lot, and we'll come back to continue the discussion here on YouTube. So if you are yet to subscribe, tell your tell your sister, tell your friend, tell your husband, let them subscribe. So, and then press the notification button. Anytime I come here on live, you also get notified to join the discussion. Thank you, and God bless you. Shalom. Peace. Bye. Aguya, you will share our pipe one. Why? All right. Still day. If I still day, a day. All right. Good night to you all. Yeah, have a good. Okay, me das ya, me nyaba. Bye bye.